Hi, this is Freya with another edition of How to Sing That Song. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today I want to talk about Saving All My Love for You by Whitney Houston. I have been loving this song for many years. It's kind of relaxed and loungy, but at the same time, it has high energy. So let's get into it.
Stolen moments is all that we share. You've got your family and they need you there.
So as you can see, it also does go low. Make sure you barely touch on those pitches down there. You don't want to dig in. You want to stay relaxed in the chorus here and not dig in. It's very low. So, and also, as you can tell, first of all, breathe deeply. And the most important thing is also, again, to make long phrases. Don't go, a few stolen moments. Don't separate the vowels. Really get on those vowels. A few stolen moments is all that we share. Very, very fluent and kind of like water flowing along here. And then also, don't put too much vibrato in. If you have, when you listen to Whitney, she has mastered this of really singing straight a lot of times and then putting the vibrato in just right whenever it needs to be there. So don't go, you've got your family. That's too much vibrato. You've got your family and they need you there. Though I try to resist. Again, don't go with the vibrato yet. Though I try to resist. It's too long. And also keep that resist short because the word is short. Though I try to resist being last on your list, but no other man's gonna do. Sorry. Okay, no other man's gonna do. It's really important that you kind of connect it. Don't just aim for the man when it goes high, because no other man. Don't just aim to that. It needs to be within that phrase. No other man's gonna do. See, you can even practice it without the words. Ya da 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 da. Just kind of get the feeling. So it needs to be very fluent. No other man's gonna do. So I'm saving all my love for you. Relax again toward the end of the phrase and get into this kind of a more lighter and almost breathy for you. For you. I wouldn't keep it at full volume. For you. It's not very easy living all alone. My friends try and tell me find a man of my own. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's the same thing again and again. 'Cause I'd rather be home feeling blue. Transition is a little bit different. I don't get into this breathiness here on the for you just because now comes the bridge and it is a higher energy. It is kind of, it climaxes just a little bit. For you. You used to tell me we'd run away together and try not when it's low, don't try to sound dark. Run away together. It's really not pretty when you try to sound too dark. Although it's a slow, stay very light and think kind of light and bright. You used to tell me just get closer to the mic. It's much prettier than this. Tell me we'd run away together room to do some ad-libs there. And let me tell you one thing. I haven't listened to Whitney doing this for years, just because I've been doing this song for so many years, and it has become kind of my own thing. So whatever I'm telling you here today is under the header of doing it in your own awesomeness. So I'm trying not to copy anything and not to be exactly the same way. All I'm trying to do is to kind of reflect the style of the ballad, the pop ballad. And everything else you can vary pretty much. You can let it be in your voice like it wants to fall and wants to flow. So for me, I love doing this kind of head voicey thing in between. So you can, and Whitney does it too. I don't know exactly when and how and what pitches she uses. So that's up to your discretion to just pick what you want to do here.
Love gives you the right to be free. I'm here, little Hetty. You said be patient, just wait a little longer. Now it climaxes, it's just a, but that's just an old fantasy.
So you want to go into head voice here, obviously, because it is very high, but you want to stay light. Make sure the E stays an E and don't go into don't just pull your tongue back or anything. Make sure it's at a very natural E position, and then just let it flow. Old fantasy. Keep your head voice kind of flat. Don't go not classical. You don't want to sound classical here. You want to be mostly in chest voice. Whenever you do get into head voice, you want to keep your larynx in a very relaxed position. Not more kind of flat. It's like a little girl going la 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 la, kind of like that. And then it goes here. I've got to get ready, just a few minutes more, and so on. It just continues. I'm not going to go through the whole thing here. It's going to get too long. Make sure you alternate voice colors. So it alternates between this more really chesty, meaty sound. This is very open here. I've got to get ready. And then I get into this more, just practice that to kind of open and relax, like, very open space and then very narrow space. And you just kind of want to play with that just a little bit. And though I do tell you to keep your larynx pretty much in the neutral position most of the time, it's just a matter of using it for voice colors. It's not so much only your larynx, but your whole vocal tract back there, of how you make the space and how open or how narrow it gets. You can play around with it to make different voice colors. I've got to get ready, just a few minutes more. Here I'm very flat. Gotta get that old feeling when you walk through the door. So always not as low, but keep relaxed. So I'm a little bit more flat. I'm just trying to exaggerate here so you kind of hear the difference between the different voice colors. So make sure you alternate between the voice colors. It's going to make it more emotional, and as a matter of fact, it's going to make it easier for you to sing once you get the hang of it, just because you're not always in that same position. You can just kind of use that to make it easier, because sometimes it's easier to have it more open, sometimes it's more easier to have it a little bit more narrow. So no other woman, and now it goes on, is gonna love you more, 'cause tonight is the night that I'm feeling alright. We'll be making love the whole night through. So I'm saving all my love. Yes, I'm saving all my loving. Yes, I'm saving all my love for you. So let's talk about this last verse here. It does go up now, so it is a lot of belting on the top. What you want to do again is connect. It's not no other woman is gonna love you more, 'cause tonight is the night. So don't just disconnect everything. Make it very flowing. 'Cause tonight is the night that I'm feeling all right. As a matter of fact, I always think it's very helpful to practice it not singing the actual pitches, but kind of like just shout it out a little bit so you get the feeling of where it's placed. 'Cause tonight is the night. Make sure it's very open. For feeling all right. We'll be making love the whole night through, not the whole. And don't just think loud. Think not loud, take it back, and you have really good support. Make sure you think of this tiny opening between your vocal cords. It's not a lot of friction. It's very tense. I mean, it has a lot of pressure, but it doesn't really push anything. So, saving all my love. Yes, I'm saving all my loving. What I'm doing here, I'm doing kind of mixed. I'm saving all my loving. Saving all my loving. It's kind of more in the mixed. Yes, I'm saving all my love for you. Head voice. This is very relaxed, kind of narrow head voice. It's not classical head voice. And then she goes kind of like, I don't know, she ad-libs a little bit. And you can only do that when you stay really light. For you. You can do something. So the head voice here is a very special creature just because you want to get into it. Otherwise, you're not going to get up here. And you want to this kind of high. Just practice that, out of context and then put it back into there. It's really important to stay nice and relaxed and open. Don't stay, it's too narrow. Throat open, but don't push your larynx down. It's not easy to find that exact position, but you may want to try to experiment around with your head voice with different spacings within a See, there's 3 positions I'm doing. Very open, with kind of larynx down, and then a very neutral position, and then very narrow, to where I'm very narrow. So, but anything between the 2 extremes, you can adjust it to varying degrees, depending on how open or how narrow you want it to be. Sing the song, it's awesome. By the way, I was playing it in A major just now, and I think it's the original key, and it works pretty good because it does go low and high, and I think there's not a lot of space to transpose it unless you're a guy. But you would have to change the words around if you're singing it as a guy, because no other woman is going to love you more. You're going to have to change it around to no other man or something like that. Thanks for watching today. Hope to see you actually Thursday and Friday again. And wanted to say one more time, if you have not joined my Facebook group, it's a private group, which means whatever is posted in there stays in there. It's a zone of vulnerability. We're all going to kind of stripped out naked, figuratively speaking, just posting videos about our voices, and I can help you so much better there. Every Thursday we post videos and audios of everybody who wants to, and give, encouragement. Also, whoever wants to give some critique, some constructive criticism, which means everybody has something to work on, right? So just letting you know what you could work on and what's good. And it's an awesome place to just share, and I hope to see you soon. And don't forget, always keep a song in your heart and always keep on singing. Bye.